Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chef's Meal, where we talk about whatever and never and everything else in between.
Hey everybody, Rush Hour's in the building. Welcome to the Chef's Meal. My name is Sean.
What's up, guys? My name is Casey. And we are two chefs going about our lives one finished plate at a time.
So we talk about whatever and ever and everything else in between.
Sean, I have a question for you.
Okay.
If you don't mind. What do you do when you are sick and you can't talk and your throat feels hoarse? Hoarse.
Obviously, I record a podcast at 6:30 in the morning.
I mentioned this to you a little bit ago. It's called, what did you call it? Robo tripping?
Yeah, robo tripping.
They gave me this prescription grade Robitussin, and I couldn't have been more overjoyed when I got it. Is that weird?
What do they prescribe it in? Like, do they
I
give
don't know.
it in the same bottle?
It's like in the same bottle. Yeah.
Okay.
The color's kind of the same. It tastes like it. It's
Okay.
just if you can picture like simple syrup like we have at a restaurant.
Okay,
with
so it's like thicker than the normal stuff.
No, it's like the same consistency. It's weird.
Oh, okay.
But it has a hint of the Robitussin taste, and then it's like part maple syrup. It's weird.
That's interesting.
Like,
they're
I'd
just
put it on a
man,
pancake,
It's gotta
like,
be
it's
a little bit
annoying.
sweeter because like this is gonna send you places.
I would put it in a pancake. That's how much I enjoy that.
Don't put it in a pancake.
Don't put it in a pancake.
You're gonna go to jail, man.
Oh my goodness. So how was your week, Sean?
Wow. Tiring.
Yeah.
It's been a long stretch. But I'm glad to see the end of 6-7 days of work in a row, it feels like.
Yeah, I know how it feels, man.
Oh,
Not too bad. How was the UN thing situation there the other day?
Oh my goodness. So obviously the United Nations is they're in session. I believe that this meeting is about like climate control, which is really good because climate control is really, really important. And it's good to see that the heads of state all around the world are as focused on this issue as they need to be. Because obviously it affects you, me, everyone who's here and everyone who's going to be here in the future. But what it does make is it makes moving through New York pretty tough.
Way tough.
Way tough. I mean, part of my commute through Brooklyn and through New York City into Jersey where we work, like I literally drive like right under the United Nations. So yeah, you kind of get to see like how much shifting security patterns with like the police really impacts traffic. I mean, you know, this is part of the deal when you live in New York City. It's like, you know, president comes to town, heads of state come into town, they gotta lock things down and make sure that people are safe so they can do the business they gotta do.
Yeah.
But it makes you late.
No, I know it makes it late. No, but you see how all the headlines like
and then
gridlock is on a crazier gridlock, etc. You can't get into city no matter where you are. And as everybody knows, Manhattan's like kind of hub to kind of get to everywhere else. There's other bridges that get across to Jersey, but you need to pass through Manhattan to get over pretty much wherever you are in a city. But in any case, it's good that you're safe, but it sucks that it was intense. It was crazy. At least you didn't hit a bear.
That is true. I did not hit a bear.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, the car is intact.
We got our the claim letter. Is that what it's called after the accident? Mm-hmm. And the first sentence, which cracks me up, is like, "You are responsible for this."
Check it out now.
Wow.
technically, yes, but then and then it goes to the make sure you give this to your claims, it's your insurance, etc. Blah blah. So I'm in contact. It's a total of $10,000.
That sounds fair.
Yeah,
For the
yeah.
price. Yeah. Sounds fair. All things considered, like
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up for you, because I think it's interesting, because if you're just kind of glancing at it, you don't understand exactly what was happening, or what it entailed on insurance. So here you go. Hold on. Let me switch it to the other one. Boop boop boop. Oh, fancy. Can you see any of this? No.
No.
Okay, so it's gonna be blurry. So I'm gonna read it out.
Okay.
We'll just go right into the total. Total damage just about $9,000, etc. Admin fees, etc. 10.3 is the amount. Okay.
Okay.
This is billed to me, but here's what happened. So look, there's 3 pages of stuff that happened to the thing. It's mostly cosmetic. The front bumpers and stuff smashed. The sensors in the front of it smashed, all bun.
Yeah.
And they provide you with the pictures that I provided on what happened. Like the bumpers are all shitted, the airbags have all gone.
Yeah.
It says that a lot of the sensors in the front have just went, and also the because the thing went in 4 inches after we hit the bear. So that's kind of like the main gist of it, and everything that pertains into that front is what happened. So yeah, so today's meal is presented to you by insurance. Please make sure you have insurance, ladies and gentlemen. It's a tough business out there.
Until things change all around the world, you need some sort of financial backing to.
If you are gonna take a road trip, take a rental car, because if that was your own car, that would suck.
Yeah, you should take a rental car for a few reasons. I mean, generally, they typically tend to be brand new or really, really close to it, so they're less likely to break down. You're part of a network of rental cars, so should yours break down, you can usually, switch to another one in town or close to where you got to go. And wow, they generally have niceties that maybe your car doesn't have, so you can kind of get to check out a new car without having to lease one or buy one. So rent a car.
And God forbid you hit a bear. Please don't. Just don't do it.
Yeah, don't. Well, hit a bear if you got to hit a bear.
But hit a bear if you have to, but don't. If you don't have
try
to,
not to hit a bear.
Yeah. So Sean, are you ready for Sean's Tech Tuesday?
Yeah.
Oh, let's get it.
Sean's Tech Tuesday.
This is where the soundbite comes in, but I still haven't figured out how to get it in there. But you'll be right in there. So into Sean's Tech Tuesday. Hey.
So actually, for my Tech Tuesday, I have a question for you. Obviously, we've been doing our little web stream thing, and the new season of holiday releases as far as video games is upon us, and you are playing one of the biggest games of the year. It's one that I don't play or haven't played yet, but maybe I'll get to a little bit later on in the year. So tell me about Borderlands, tell me about streaming, and how is that set up any different than what we do?
So the Borderlands experience, I've been a fan since day one. So I played the first one, and I thought it was an amazing game. Just kind of put through it, and I keep forgetting the timeline. But when Borderlands 2 came out, I had an Xbox actually. I had an Xbox that time, and I was playing on Xbox for a good bit, and then my Xbox decided to give me the red ring of death the 4th time.
Yeah, those Xboxes were trash. I mean,
they were trash when they first came out. I mean, it is what it is.
But yeah, man, it was just a point in time in electronics manufacturing where they were kind of moving away from lead solder. Yeah. In an effort to, make the world a better place.
Yeah. Is that what it was? That what was like bugging out inside of it?
Yeah. So when all the manufacturing companies were moving away from lead solder, they had to refine like the manufacturing process, and things are significantly better now. But the stuff that they were using to hold chips in place was more prone to break under extreme heat. So things like an Xbox, where you have like a lot of, it's a computer in a small
Yeah.
box. It was prone to overheat and then break, and then the solder would break down,
The solder
and
would break
then
down.
yeah. So then like, your system would break, and you'd have what they call the red ring, which is crazy because like it's like they almost knew that this thing would happen, and they actually built like a visible fail state for you to know. Like, you turn on your Xbox and normally the lights would be green when it was working, but when the solder would break or it would have like a heat related malfunction, the lights would
Yeah.
actually turn red.
Got
And when all of them turn red, it's no good. Which is
no
wild. It's
good.
just like they're like, nah, this thing is probably gonna break, and we need to have a way for the people to know that this thing is broken. And
Yeah.
like it ended up costing Microsoft billions of dollars to
Billions.
replace. And as popular as like the Xbox 360 was, they had to repair millions of consoles, and make a few different revisions to the point where like they've changed their manufacturing process, put bigger fans on like the hardware, and now they're reliable. But I mean, even myself, I think I got my Xbox 360 in 2005 or 2006, and
That was the first release.
I think I went through 4 of them.
Yeah. I went through 5 and I was like, nah, that's it.
Like through 4. I mean, they had a whole process. I mean, you'd call them up, they would ship you a coffin. That's what the games used to call it. It was a coffin, and just a box would show up at your house. You'd put your old Xbox in it, send it off, they'd send you a new one. That would work for like a year and a half, and then eventually they came out with smaller models. One called the S and another one called the E, and those work fine. I have a S in a box back here somewhere that's been rock solid. I don't think it'll ever break, but yeah.
2010, the Xbox S, and 2013, the Xbox E. I'm just kind of looking at the wiki right now. The wiki is like my new favorite thing, Sean.
Sure.
Did you know? I had no idea. It ran with a 3.2 gigahertz CPU in it.
That's
Tri-core Xenon processor. I'm
the
like,
Xenon
what the
processor.
frick?
Yeah,
That is
it's,
insane.
Based on the Power PC architecture, which like old Macs used to use. And actually, this is me going off the head, I think it's not too different than the cell processor that the PlayStation used, if I'm not mistaken. I think like the difference is like the Xbox processor was like a 3-core processor, and the Sony one was like 8 cores, but use 7 of them to like kind of mitigate some heat, or something along those lines. This is me early in the morning trying to remember back, but I think they were very, very similar.
I mean, it's almost the same specs. DDR4s plugged into it.
Yep,
The CPU is an
500.
8-core. Yes, that is correct. Yeah, way to go, Sean.
Okay.
Shit.
Man. Yeah, it was like 512 megs of RAM for the Xbox, and then like I think the PlayStation used like 2 banks of 256 or something like that. So it's similar, but like set up a little differently.
It's literally a PC in a small box. That's literally what it is, and it's insane.
It's all they ever been. It's all they ever been.
Ran with
Especially
2
going
AMD
forward.
processors in the inside of it too.
Yep. Yeah. Not too different than probably the computers that we're using to do this right now.
Yeah, I mean my computer's not an AMD computer, but it's
You fancy.
Oh, you fancy, right? I was telling Sean a while ago, because the whole thing about the building your own computer, I had so many questions, and then we kind of put it together. So this one is more of an Asus computer, but it's fine. I don't know, it's not crazy. But let me take you into the quick Zen garden, and I was trying to find a little thing that I had. Wait, hold on. Let me give me like 2 seconds. See if I can find. It was somewhere. I had it this morning. But anyway, you know what? I'm gonna get this one instead because I think it was hilarious. So as you kind of know already, I'm a little sick. I'm a little under the weather.
Yeah,
So
man.
the first thing that Caitlin did.
Sound like Macy Gray right now.
I took. Kidding. And by the way, and okay. I came back Monday night, and she, you know what? The first thing she did, she was ready. Can you see this on screen?
I can't see anything right now. I'm flying blind.
This is
But I'm gonna pretend I see.
Vicks Vapor Rub.
That right there, perfect.
She comes in. She was ready. She was like, "Come here, come here." I was like, "What are you doing? What is that? Why does that smell like Vicks?" Because she's like, "Because it is." I'm like, "Babe, you're turning into an Asian." Smacked it all over my chest, my nose, and she was gonna like stick it into my. I was like, "Look, listen, I love you, but let's not do that right now." Yeah. So that the Zen Garden is presented to you by Vicks if you are needing some extra Zen into your breathing relief. Try Vicks Vapor Rub. Just kind of get it all in there.
Right.
The main tip though, do not put it into the actual orifice.
No.
Don't do that.
No. Yeah.
That you would not have a good day.
I'm not a doctor. I don't think you're supposed to do that. I don't think you're supposed
Definitely
to,
not have a good
to
day.
do that.
That
But yeah,
suck.
there is definitely something, inherently cooling and soothing about like that mentholated rub. So shout out to Caitlin. Sorry you're sick, but enjoy that. That fix for me.
It was a little intense. But it was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. And then I have she got like lozenges too. She bought like the entire store. It was hilarious. I'm like, babe, I'm not dying. She's like, you're dying. You sound like you're dying. Shut up.
Yeah, I mean, you were looking pretty rough Saturday and into Sunday. And then Monday you left before I got there.
Like it was, I felt like it wasn't, body just felt really sore to the point where it felt hot. And that's where the main thing was. So I couldn't really function well. And every time somebody would talk, I felt like I was hearing them at the other side of my ear for some reason. And I would turn the other way. And they're like, what are you doing? I was like, I think I'm going to go to the doctor's today. Happened like 4 times on Monday. And they're like, are you fine? I'm like, no, I'm not.
One of our cooks couldn't make it. So obviously like Casey was gonna stay and like help out. Actually, two cooks didn't show up, so Casey was like, "I gotta stay." He's like, "I'll take saute." I'm like, Can you see yourself?" I was like, "You're not cooking anything. Like, what are you doing?"
Yeah, it was I just wanted to be part of the team, Sean. We're a team effort.
This is a team effort. You know, it's sometimes being part of a good team is knowing when you need to fall back before you pass out.
Oh man, if you haven't already, so here's where I usually plug in the stuff. The other app that we usually have the sponsor with actually shut down finally. So Podcoin was the app that we were all part of. Kind of give you some pretty good some boosts on it. However, still on the Anchor platform, if you haven't already, anchor.com or .fm/ChefSaltyPork, you find all the episodes. Now, I'm saying this like this because we are on a video podcast, so you can actually see this. So if you're just on a listening platform right now, you can't necessarily see it. However, the video one is live on our Patreon as soon as we were done here. So you can find out over here. Shout out to the one Patreon that we have.
Hey, that's it.
However, we do get plenty of emails though. So I'll read some emails in the second episode in a little bit. But for the time being, that's where you can find all our stuff. Now, Sean.
Okay.
What do you have for us as in our 20 minutes? Now, there's a segment of the show where we say something new that you instill upon yourself, something different that we do in our spare time. Do you have anything on your 20 minutes?
Yeah. I feel like I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again, is you got to take your 20 minutes, man, and take stock of your health You know, gotta eat like a decent breakfast. You know, I know like part of what we do, despite the fact that we're around like a lot of food, is we don't really take the time to like stop and eat. I was just thinking about that the other
We
day.
just go.
You just go. I mean, you just go. So, you know, everyone take the time, try to, you know, negotiate a healthy snack. You know, most people are going to be on 9 to 5 hours. So, you know, make sure you provide yourself with like a decent lunch. Give yourself a fighting chance. Take that 20 minutes. Like, take 20 minutes. You know, if you're in the city, you know, seamless something that's relatively uncomplicated, but is healthy, and set yourself up. Because the seasons are changing. Obviously, we're just moving from, at least here in States, from the summer into the fall. So give yourself a fighting chance.
Yeah.
Eat something healthy, man. Otherwise, you're going to sound like Casey.
So I still have the coughs. It's not as bad now. But the Robitussin is like my best friend. So in the next hour, I'm going to drink it. It's like every 6 hours. So I do it twice. Yeah. I'm also on steroids. And I couldn't understand.
I would have called it tomorrow check on you, man. I feel like
they just gave me like a bag of pills, Sean. It was crazy.
Casey's
so I have 2 antibiotics or something, or oxycillin or something like that, right? And I made sure that it's not penicillin. I'm actually allergic to penicillin, so I can't ingest it. I'll go into shock if I get penicillin. We learned this a long time ago in the Philippines. I had an asthma attack, and usually the first thing you would do is give the kid or somebody sick penicillin,
right?
To kind of keep the fever down, because I had a huge fever. They gave me penicillin, and I started going. My mother's like, I don't think that's supposed to happen. What's going on? No. Turns out I was allergic. So when we got to the hospital, they didn't issue it. But anyway, allergic to penicillin, so I can't have it. So I have 2 antibiotics to keep something away. I have 1 form of steroid because everything here was like gross. And I didn't realize, she was like, did you know that your ear is like inflamed? Like both of them. Like super red. I was like, I don't know. Who looks into your ears? She's like, no, you can feel it. Like it should be like raw feeling. I was like, oh, okay. Now that you mention it, yes, it does feel a little raw. And then she's like, up here is no good. I was like, yeah, well, you know, I just shoved some stuff up there via my wife. So, but the steroids, they only give me 5 pills.
10, how contagious are you?
Scale from 1 to 10, I was an 8 when I was there Monday.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. And like I made sure like I kept changing gloves. How much
sick time I have.
I kept like washing my hands at every turn. I kept doing the Purell thing. You know, there's that little bucket of the sanitizer inside the office. Every time like I touched something, I was like wiping shit down. I was like, oh my God, I cannot have everybody sick with me.
The Clorox
I'm like wiping shit. Yeah. Vlad's like, can you help me? I was like, I cannot help you right now, but I will do my best. I should have had like the face shield. You know? Yeah. Like I should have gotten it, but I didn't. But yeah. But now I feel better. It's just now it's like the worst of it. Yeah. Now I cannot like when I'm talking, it has to be like away, even with Caitlin, just to make sure none of that stuff, because it's like it's technically going away from my body because of the antibiotics and the meds. But yeah, that is the final tip, ladies and gentlemen. Get better. Take the time to to rest and not do anything as much as you want to, because I'm bedridden right now. I'm at the house just kind of chilling. Drinking lots of fluids, on tea pretty much the entire day, and just chilling. But yeah, nothing crazy. So Chef Meal airs every Tuesday with Sean and myself as we talk about all the other things. And on Thursdays, we're interview other podcasters. And if you haven't already, I'm going to pull up the site here real quick. On patreon.com/porkandone, you can find all the extra tidbits, actually. So the video alert will come right here. And you can see that live a little later. And then over here on Anchor, you can find us, or any social media platform that you can find, actually, on Apple, Breaker, Castbox, etc. It's literally live on all the other platforms. You can check us out there. But yeah.
I guess. Other than that, we'll catch you on the next one. Till next time, peace out, internet.